A job so broke, and you know what it's like to your friends. A job so broke, a job so broke, and you know what's getting nothing to the end. He's a job so broke, a job so broke, and you know what it's getting to the friends. He's a job so broke, a job so broke, and you know what's getting nothing in the end. So broke, and I mean, and I mean. Hey, the best policy. What up? 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 What's going on? Let me know. Hey, let me fix this mic up real quick. Let me see if I'm coming out clear real quick. Let me do that. Yes, sir. I am coming out clear. What up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on, man? This evening. You know what I'm saying? Let the people file in as many as they can, man. It's Friday evening, Friday night. Let's get right to it. You know what I mean? And you know, we got a lot of things to discuss. This is the week of, this is the third week of July, getting to the end of the month. You know, summer is starting to wind down, man. And it's been a crazy week so far, man. We've had the still Adam 22 controversy. We still got that going on. We still got remnants of the cocaine fallout. What up, Laughing Dog in the building? What up, Laughing Dog? We got that going on. We got some Magic Johnson family photos going on. We got that going on, man. But what I really, really want to talk about first, I really want to talk about PBD bringing on Mr. Wiener. Yes, Mr. Wiener. Yes. Yeah, the famed Sexton politician was on PBD podcast. I haven't really heard anybody talk about it. I will not play any videos for copyright reasons. If I'm gonna get copyright, it's gonna be for the music, y'all. So this podcast with PBD, Anthony Weiner, it was a classic to me. I'm not gonna lie. This was probably the biggest story of the week for me. I know we got Andrew Tate versus Jordan Peterson. We got MOT versus Tito. We've got Keep It 100 versus MOT. We got everybody versus MOT. But to me, PBD versus Anthony Weiner stole the show this week. Make sure you guys check that out. PBD podcast on YouTube. Anthony Weiner. Oh man, what an interview. It really if you guys already checked it out, put in the chat how you feel about it. Let me know. Let me know, man. I really appreciate it. Hey, Anna Rodriguez, I see you dropping content over there, girl. I see you dropping content over there. You know, you dropping that content, that that anti-red pill. I'm just playing with you. But good evening to you, beautiful. Hope you're doing well. And we're gonna get some more people up in here. But man, what that was an interview amongst interviews. Because the main thing with that interview that brought my attention was the list of the bodies that could be attributed to the Clintons. Yes, he is one of the grandfathers of the clown world, man. He definitely is, man. But it was seeing his reaction to those questions that PBD threw at him. Because PBD kind of strayed away from the Sexton. He strayed away from a lot of those questions that we wanted to get answered. But when he hit with that KILL list, the Killery list, oh man, we saw a side of Anthony Weiner that only his Sexton buddies have seen. That was crazy to see, man. That was crazy to see. And please y'all go check that content out. PBD, salute to him. Also, what happened this week was Andrew Tate versus Jordan Peterson, y'all. Man, this has been a long time coming. And to me, I want to just see these two go at it. I don't want to see the fans of Andrew Tate go at it and the fans of Jordan Peterson go at it. I want to see Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson. The only debate that I want to see is those two, one on one, moderator, and let's get it going. I want to see that interview. If you guys want to see that interview, put a one in the chat. Whatever. I want to see it. I want to see it, man. I want to see what that interview will be like if you get Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson in the same room, y'all. To me, that might shut down the internet. I ain't gonna lie to you. That might shut down the internet because, man, we can look forward to seeing one of the probably the greatest debates in probably, I would say, maybe the past 20 years happening. To me, I have no dog in that fight. I just want to sit back and watch and be entertained, man. Hey, Snow, man. What up, man? What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Yeah, the colonizer. I am the colonized one. Snowman the second, man. Snowman the first has flew away, but Snowman the second is here in the building. So yeah, Andrew Tate versus Jordan Peterson. I would love to see it. It's been going on Twitter. Haven't heard too many people talk about it yet, but I look forward to hearing like what will be that debate and how would it go? Where would you hit it from? I would love to see that. What also happened this week was the continuation of the Adam 22 Cuckaverse story. I don't know the guy's name. I think his name is Jason Lee, is the other guy who recently said that he stretches Adam 22's wife better than he does, which was like a wrestling promo, man. Oh yeah, yeah, man. We should have Gerardo moderate, man. I wish Larry King was still alive. Yeah, Larry King's still alive. That would have been fire, man. But I would love, man. I was just lost my focus, but I got it back. I would love to see that debate, man. I would love to see that debate. And what I was talking about the Adam 22 story is a lot of people, are new to hearing about cucks and this whole lifestyle. But to me, when I heard it, I wasn't even surprised because to me, Adam 22 stole a lot of his style from Travis Barker. I don't care what nobody says. I think he stole a lot of his style from Travis Barker. Yeah, we definitely need Jerry Springer from a hologram Jerry Springer just to rise up like the Undertaker and just commentate the play by play. But to me, Adam 22 stole a lot from Travis Barker, the look, the lifestyle, everything. And now, he's made a well-off fortune with it. Shout out to him. But I mean, when I hear that the cucking lifestyle, a lot of people are new to hearing about it. I got one person in mind that is that the dude, the bald-headed dude that's with the Kardashian Travis. I hope I'm saying his name correct. That is with the Kardashian. The only Kardashian that hasn't been with a black dude, Travis Barker has. I hope I'm saying the right dude's name. Let me know, Snowman. Let me know. All right. Now there is one guy in mention here that I would love to show you. There's quite a few cocks in Hollywood. I mean, we know about Will Smith. We all know about that. We know about Will Smith. A lot of people would even say to a certain extent, I would say Hulk Hogan to a certain extent. If you know, you know. If you know, Hulk Hogan is another one that is famous for selling his wife for cuck movements. So could be him. Another guy who is famous for cucking is one of my favorite guys. and I'm gonna put his face on the Summer Jam screen. All you know, if you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, I'll introduce you to this guy right here. This guy is the one and only from Louisville, Kentucky. James E. Cornette. Yeah, James E. Cornette is a cuck. Apparently, years ago, he had ran a federation, and the only way you was going to get a push is if you fucked his wife. Yes, indeed. Yes, thank you, fuck you, bye. It said it was like, thank you, fuck my wife, and bye, and I'll give you what you want. That was James C. Cornette right there. That's him right there. He is another famous cuck, along with Hulk Hogan. You know, one of our heroes. You know, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and freak my wife. Yes, freak my wife. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he's with a Kardashian. I think he's like the stepdaddy a little bit. You know, he took my man Scott Disick seconds or thirds, whatever you want to call it, and is now with her. So yes, Travis Barker. Yeah, Adam 22 is the Suedo Travis Barker. And and it's took a life to its own, man, with this whole cuckaverse, man, and he's riding with it. He's riding with it till the wheels fall off. You know, I wish him the best. I wish his wife the best too. That they take it as far as they can take it. You know, shoot, have more guys bang your wife. Matter of fact, I got a few guys I know that would love to bang your wife. So, if you need anybody, I'll let them know. I might get involved, but I have to see some STD results from her before I even sign the contract. So sorry, man. All right. And then let's talk about the big story this week. Russell Westbrook, aka Carly Russell. Yeah, it is weird, man. It's weird. Cucking is its own world, its own universe. It is a weird thing. But let's talk about Carly Russell. Carly. Good old Carly, Carly, Carly. Now, this story is kicking his own legs of his own. Apparently, this girl saw a baby on the highway. I don't know if she wanted to pick it up. She said she got nabbed by some big white guys. Sound like a porn out of a porn for me. That was a porn script. And people were worried about it. A lot of people worried about it, including one mother who the same thing happened to her daughter. She went out looking for her, only and only to find out that the daughter was that happened to was real for her, but for Carly, it was as fake as a man. It was as fake as a BBL plus the '90s titties with the gaps in the middle. That's how fake it was. It was fake as a BBL and the '90s titties with the large gap and the two balloons right there side by side. That's how fake it was. And now she is the female Juicy Smollett. Shout out to Snowman for dropping the bomb on that. Yes, she is the female Juicy Smollett. A lot of people, and this shows a lot of things. Number one, that black girls' lives do matter to the American public. Yes, it does. Oh my God. Snowman for the comment. Comment, comment. He has a comment so far of the evening. Let's see if you get those comments up. You know what I'm saying? Drop those comments in the chat. We're going to do the comment of the night. But man, Snowman with the comment of the night, man. How can I, uh, man, how can I just commemorate, you know, let's see.
Yeah, I know everything about Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I know what makes you tick. Yeah, and you've got the audacity, yeah, to say that in WrestleMania 5.
The audacity. That was a comment of the night. The audacity of that comment. I was playing. But yes, it was as fake as the wig she left laying on the road beside a car. Man, that was crazy, man. We got to test that wig for various DNA to see if its origins come from Asia. Maybe they can still add that the Asians have kidnapped her and something happened. We can, this story can have a life on its own, man. But shout out to Snowman with that, man. And it's crazy to think that this story is like the current Boy Who Cries Wolf. Matter of fact, I think this story was kind of better done than the Juicy Smollett one. The Juicy Smollett one, they had to add little elements here and there, and with this one, it still has legs to go because we don't know if she's gonna get charged yet. We don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm all for watching it back and with the popcorn, cracking a beer with Snowman and laughing at what's going to happen, man. Hey, Snowman, are you a German beer drinker or are you American? I do both, but you let me know if you mess with American or German beer. Type that in the chat. Yeah, the lace front does not lie, man. Does not lie. You know what I'm saying? I thought she might have got kidnapped, but maybe she was with this guy. Maybe she was with this guy right here. And, he just took it. He brought it back home. Maybe he did. Maybe he brought it back home. I don't know. But that story has taken a life of its own. You've got people now saying that they didn't give her the attention that they gave the submarine. Well, the submarine, if you don't give it attention, you might as well just kill you. I'm not gonna say the word because they might get me. You might as well just drown in your sorrows because nobody's looking for that submarine. That submarine is as lost as Jared's penis right now. That's how lost the subway is. Oh yeah. Oh, Killian's a Jameson. Oh, all right. All right. All right. Now I can fuck with you, Snowman. Jameson and Killian's. I could fuck with you, Snowman. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You go hard in paint. And I'm like Stone Cold Steve Austin with the beard, but look at man, I'll turn to Snowman myself. I'll be Snowman the third. You know what I'm saying? So this is a crazy happening. We'll see what happens in this story. We're gonna see how it plays out. Will she get arrested? Will the parents get charged? Will we find out something about her that we haven't found out yet? So far, we found out the boyfriend was cheating on her with a stripper. Oof. I could imagine how she felt when she found out her boyfriend was cheating on her with a stripper.
It's enough to get me to the boiling point.
We got it to the boiling point. Even in Bernard's chat, Riley's chat today, we had someone, I think it was the day before, my bad, the day before Bernard Riley's chat, someone that put that she had two personalities and she was reporting that the second personality got kidnapped. I don't believe that for 1 second, man. That her mama held her dad hostage to do that fake ass interview. You can tell you didn't want to be there. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go a step further. I think the father should demand a DNA test. We got to go all the way with this. We got to bring Maury out here. We got to bring Mufasa from paternity court, the Lauren Lake girl. We got to bring Jeremy Kyle. We even got to bring in Steve Harvey. We need everybody. Yeah. Shout out to General Washington. Yes, the dad has to be embarrassed, man. Yeah, man. Look, man, he gonna need some Jameson, but he might need that 151 bananas. He might need that. He might need that 150. Yeah, we need. He gonna have to get it determined because if she lying, the mama lying, and if the mama lying, what else are you lying about, man? If I was dad, I would go get while the iron's hot. I would go get a DNA test. Matter of fact, Maury has a business now of selling DNA tests. So go look up Maury Povich DNA test on your Google. Go buy one, my sir, and go test that girl. Go test that girl. Maybe she ain't yours, and you can fall back. Juzzling toe. Yeah, you get some juzzling toe on there. Yeah, he needs some Jack Straight. He might need some. We got this African drink called Atapeshe. He needs that. He needs that in his life to get something. Yeah. Yeah, man. You get him a Dollar Tree now. Oh, you should have never said that. Oh yeah, man. When I found out she was an AKA, what also known as crazy. No, I'm just playing. But she's an AKA. I think that's a sorority. All I could do was roll on the floor laughing out loud. Hey, yo, bro, I feel you, man. I was the AKA. Is that the pretty one or is that the ugly one? I don't know. I know there's a pretty black sorority girls. Like I mean, pretty black sorority girls like average to me. But I know there's a pretty one and there's the fat one and all that. Yeah, he need to get his passport. Man, he need to get a Greyhound bus to go to Wyoming, North Dakota, and just chill out there. Just chill out there with the horses. Get some cows. Get some chickens. Oh, that's the pretty ones. Pretty stuck on one. Oh, nah. Hey, the AKs got to take that L, man. They got to take that L, man. Like how that go? How you pretty and maybe that's why she got it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it wouldn't work for Brittany Cooper. You know what I mean? So let's get off that. We might come back to that, but let's get off. Let's go to the next subject. We got Dubai. Dubai. And the chick got held, is in jail. Oh man, Kamala's a AK. Oh man. Where's Kim Chi when you need him? All right, let me see what Soulman said. Yeah, he need to go. Oh yeah, I feel you on that, man. It ain't the '90s no more. He can do that, man. It's all right. It's all right to be at that beat today. It's all right. It's all right to be at that beat. But Dubai, the trucker, I don't know her name. If General Washington can help me out, or Snowman or anybody else who might drop in, let me know who is the person that is the name of the truck. I know it's the Sassy Trucker. That's what it is. The Sassy Trucker is in Dubai, locked up. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a moment. I got you, General Washington. I won't forget that. I won't forget it. I got you. But the Sassy Trucker is locked up, and they won't let her out. There's no Styles P. There's no Akon. There's just she's just locked up, and they won't let her out. And what's crazy is they ain't no Brittany Griner. I think what it was too is like the Dragon Balls. You know, you get one wish per Dragon Balls, and that's it. I think after they got Brittany Griner out, they can't get nobody else out. So I think she's gonna have to sit there for a little bit. But I think by the time she gets out, she'll be the sassy hijabi. She might even be sassy no more. She might just be hijabi. And you know what? This might be a good thing for her. Over there, you don't have to worry about eating no pork. So, you ain't got to worry about high cholesterol, high blood pressure. They don't eat pork over there in Dubai. You're going to have a jail meal. That's probably one of the most healthiest meals for her. You know what I'm saying? She'll be there with other girls. Who knows? Them girls' hair might drop out in jail. You can collect it and make a lace front or weave out of it. You can do all that. This is a good thing for the Sassy Trucker. You hear jailbirds all the time saying, I am safer behind the wall than I am on the street. I wonder if she wants to be in the motherland. Hey, if she was in the motherland, man, let me tell you something. We wouldn't even hear about it. She would be locked up. We wouldn't hear about it. Dubai does better than the motherland. You know what I mean? So that is. So let's see. All right. I'm gonna read this out from General Washington real quick. I'm gonna get to the other question real quick. What had happened was she got in a wreck, left the purse and phone in the car B. When she got back to it, bro said she had to pay for the damages before she could get her stuff back. Hey, I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, look, I think the guy was in the right. You catch a wreck in the rental, and you go back and go get the purse and the phone. Like, yeah, you did it. Your DNA's all on it. You know what I'm saying? I think she was trying to, you do a hit and run, and she was trying to do the John Jones hit and run and go back get the John Jones went in. He hit a pregnant woman like a few years back. I think it was in Arizona, one of those places, and he went and got back the money they left in the car. That's how they got John Jones. But for her, She got it. Yeah, I ain't mad at him either. Yeah, shout out to Dubai. Dubai's gonna get it right. Don't worry. Community, do not worry. She's gonna be a brand new lady when she gets out. You know what I'm saying? She might be like bigger than what's that? That's that chick from Chicago, the Kendra D. She gonna be bigger than Kendra D by the time she get out. Man, she might be a bigger Muslim than Kendra D. Mark my words. Matter of fact, do this right here. Not the Dante Star. Yeah, man. She going I truly believe she will, if she gets out and comes at it with the Muslim demeanor. I think she can really go with it. I really think that she can go with it. I really think so. So let's see what happens. Also, well, we move on. A soldier in North Korea is detained, man. Hey, a soldier. I thought I told you. A soldier is detained in North Korea. Now I don't think she's gonna change her ways, but I think, man, she could kind of grift it and make some money. I think the grift is gonna be some money. She drag. Hey, man, yeah, no pork, man. That's how you got to do the drag rehabilitation. No pork. See, that's the problem with the jails. They still serving pork, but when you go to the Muslim countries, the Islamic, they don't serve pork. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think it might be a whole new character, man. We might get a whole new gimmick. Like like General, you know what I'm talking about? Like when the one man gang became, like the one man gang, he became this guy. He went to the motherland and found his roots, and he became Hakeem. So I think with no pork, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But North Korea, my man is detained. Travis King, he punched somebody in South Korea, in the south side of Korea. You know what I'm saying? It was going to be sent home to get charged, military, all that military. It's on my pay grade. You know what I'm saying? And he was on his way to go to the plane with some other folks. He had some. I saw a nice looking white woman in that picture. She was a little curvy. Shout out to the white man for bringing us the white woman. That's all I always will say. Shout out to the white man, Snowman. If you're in there, shout out to you and your peoples for bringing the white woman and her curviness to the world, man. I appreciate that. But anyways, while that white woman and him were on tour, he dipped, gave a big yell like ha ha ha, and went into North Korea. Now, this is wild to think about. This is wild, and it's going to be crazy to see what happens. There's one person that can free him, though, and I'm going to say that one person is none other than Dennis Rodman. Yes, Dennis Rodman was in North Korea. He's cool with, the Jong Ills. He's cool with the Jong Ills. If I was the military, how they used to have Bob Hope. Remember Bob Hope used to go do all the military events. Remember Bob Hope used to do it. I would have Dennis Rodman one time only do an event in North Korea to free Travis King. But Travis King, you wildin', son. How you gonna defect to North Korea? That's like you run out of Rikers to go to Sing Sing. That's like you running out of county jail to go to Alcatraz or whatever jails in California. That's like you running from a state jail to ADX Supermax in Florence, Colorado. You wildin'. And you punched somebody. You could have took the charge, B. You punched the dude. You could have went to the yard and punched a couple more dudes in the military yard. But then you went to North Korea, son. And let's just say he's 6'1". They're going to think you a giant out there, B. They're going to think you a giant. They're going to treat you like Attack on Titan, bro. They're going to treat you like Attack on Titan, bro. Yeah, man. The USO, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, hell no. Exactly. I ain't going to Huntsville. Alabama, Huntsville, Texas. I ain't going anywhere called Huntsville unless I got my hunting gear, man. I ain't going to Huntsville. Yeah, he went AWOL and ran the wrong direction. And now they're gonna treat him like Attack on Titan. They're gonna put a wall around him. They're gonna pester him a little bit. May throw rocks at him. Like, you giant Negro, you giant Negro. Hachitashi. They're gonna throw the rocks at him. And then that's bro. I don't know who's gonna get out worse. Will it be Dubai, the Dago in Dubai, or my man, the King in the North Korea, the Kang of North Korea? That's what I'm calling him. Travis Kang of North Korea. Who's gonna go out worse? Who will get out first? We'll find out in Community Ball Z. Check it out. So, like, we'll see what happens. I'm very interested to see what happens in this story, see what's going on, and then we'll go from there. What else is in the news? Joe Biden, my man Joey B from Scranton, Delaware, Scranton, PA, Delaware, New York City. Joey B claimed all the blocks. He claimed all the blocks. He claimed all the blocks. He was recently falling asleep. You know how you get that good bud, and you just fall asleep. I think that's what happened with him. He got that good bud, and he fell asleep at a meeting with one of these national leaders. I don't know, and it was caught on camera. It's caught on camera. You know what I'm saying? He fell asleep, just like my man, a YouTuber did in the WNBA game, and now he is banned from all NBA games. How you fall asleep in a WNBA game and then you're banned from the NBA games? Like, damn, you forced to stay up for a WNBA game? I don't know what they would have did to Joey B. I don't know what they did to Joey B. But let's see. Let's see this. General Washington says, I'm gonna come back. Remember the white man that came back from their vegetable leg expired? He might end up like that. We'll see. Apparently, the melanin genes is strong, B. The melanin genes is strong. So we'll see what happens. They both should share the same cell somewhere in Russia. They should, you know what I mean? But I like Dubai's. I like Dubai's cell. No pork. I like that cell. No pork. And then in North Korea, man, all you're going to eat is rice. So I kind of like, I could kind of give them a run for Russia's money in terms of the prison. I could, but I feel you on the Russian one. That could be a good one. Let's see. General Washington says Joey B passed over Defense Secretary recommendation to promote a black man to be a head of one of the service branches to promote a woman. Yeah, Joey B like that Punani dog. He fall asleep in the Punani dog. He does it all, man. He likes to fall asleep, man. I can't get mad at Joey B. Joey B gonna fall asleep, man. He gonna choose the Punani every time, man. He can't pick the big brothers out there. You can't have a Jason Lee up in there cucking his wife. You can't do that, B. Can't do that. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. How do you not fall asleep at a WNBA game? Ain't enough meth on the planet to keep you. Hey, Snowman, comment of the night, man. Again, Snowman with the comment of the night. The comment of the night, y'all. The comment of the night. Matter of fact, this is how it was perfect. I didn't even catch the towel like in perfect timing. That's how good the comment was. Salute to Snowman on the comment of the night. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see what happens. We're definitely gonna see what happens with all these situations, and what will be the outcome of all these situations, man. And we're gonna get into some manosphere stuff. We're gonna talk about the manosphere stuff in a little bit. We're gonna get into that, you know what I mean? We're gonna get into it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And Snowman with the comment of the night, just dropping that fire. General Washington dropping that fire too. But let's talk about the manosphere stuff. Let me switch my headphones real quick. Bong. Oh, sorry. You might hear that in the background. Bong. All right. Let's talk about the manosphere. And we got a war going on, man. Like I said, shout out to MOT. MOT might not like me or might not favor me. That's okay. I understand. But I like MOT because MOT is like a one-man gang out here. He's taking on all comers. And he had Keep It 100 last week, BGS, and now Hardcore Tito, y'all. Hardcore Tito versus MOT is the feud we really wanted, but we never expected. We never expected it. And now you got a rivalry that may be, to me, the way it's going, it might be the rivalry of the Manosphere for 2023. It might just be. It might just be the rivalry for 2023, y'all. I'm really, and Tito. I know a lot of people don't like Tito. I find Tito entertaining, but MOT I find entertaining as well. MOT 2023, I think this has been his year. I think this has been MOT's year this year. I think that MOT is going to rise up and become bigger than ever. Because look at the enemies he got. Bernard Riley, BGS, Keep It 100, Tito. And he still has the Angry Man and Obsidian in the rearview mirror. They're not going at me. Yeah, I would say I would go that route. I would. Oh, I didn't know. I don't know. We have also seen your little podcast. Oh, Angry Man and Little Podcast. That's the guy from Chicago, if I'm correct. The guy from Chicago, he's always threatening somebody. Angry Man, oh man. Angry Man is, he's classic. Okay, he's classic. Angry Man is classic. Manosphere, a living legend. I would call him the Larry Sabisco of the Manosphere. The Angry Man is the Larry Sabisco of the Manosphere. He's a living legend. No matter what he does, he will still be a living legend in our eyes. And Little Podcast to me, he's one of these young guys, coming in, but he's kind of gained some clout. He's kind of been doing his thing. Yeah, I wouldn't want to Angry Man either. I talk shit about Angry Man, but I'm keeping a buck. I like Angry Man. He ain't from New York. I know that for a fact. The main players that we want to see go at it, they've been doing subliminals and they do little podcasts and their little camps, and then you don't hear from it. But with MOT and Tito, they went at it head to head. I couldn't pick a winner. And hey, Snowman, I put something. I will put you above the Undertaker. I think you're a legend. You know what I'm saying? I'll put you above the Undertaker. If I gotta put you with somebody, I'm gonna put you with this guy. This is you.
Bob Orton starts hitting me this side. Here comes Morocco, hits me this side. It don't matter no more to me. You see, it don't matter tonight. I takes care of Orton, you see? Because I was rowdy before rowdy was cool.
All right, fans, we've got action here on Saturday night's main event. Let's go up to the ring.
Got the community on the right side and the left side. They all coming at you. But guess what? They don't know how crazy you can get. And that's why I said Snowman is the Rowdy Piper of the space. I know I said Trey was, but I think Trey's more like, Ric Flair, you know what I'm saying, than anything. Shout out to A-Truism. Go check out Nipper Safari on all your outlets as you can. Twitter, especially Nipper Safari. Go check it out. Shout out to A-Truism. I got some stars in here, man. You don't even know. I don't need 100 people. I got stars in here, man. I got stars. I got A-Truism. And A-Truism, man. Hey, Brosburg, Brooklyn in the building. What up? But MOT and Tito, I can't wait to see how far it goes. It'll be very interesting to see what's going on. But let's go on to something else. I forgot about this story. King Lil J out of Chicago. King Little J. Shout out to King Little J. Now he's called King Little Gay. There was a video put out right in Cook County Correctional Facility where he was getting his love on. He was getting his love on. He was getting his love on with a gentleman of the night in the jail cell. And it's been making its rounds. It's been making its rounds. Apparently, there was more footage. They were getting in a fight. So it was like Ike and Tina, but instead it was Ike and Mike getting in a fight. And I didn't know, but his gentleman of the night, he got finger waves. He got finger waves, y'all. King Little Case, Lover got finger waves. He looked like a Mookie Missy Elliott, dog. I couldn't believe it. But hey, man, he said the other guy was snitched for Italian beef and Pepsi. Well, the little Mookie just wanted his Italian beef and no Pepsi. That's what it is. Yeah. And King Von as well. King Von as well. You know, King Von got caught out there too. Hey, I gotta go with the concessions, man. Look, that was some wild stuff, my man. King Little Gay gave on, man. Look, it is what it is, man. Chicago, we're trying to breathe life back into y'all. Y'all got a little podcast out here wilding. You got King Little Gay out here wilding. You got King Von in the grave, and they got videos of him wilding. Like, bro, what's going on in Chicago, man? What's going on? We gonna need a Tuscan pizza to save the day. Not that deep dish. We don't want that deep dish crap. We need that Chicago Tuscan pizza to save the day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna see. Yeah, King Little Gay, man. He was getting that special, man, from the gentleman of the night. He was getting that special from the gentleman of the night. You know what I mean? So let's see. I feel you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And let's see. Did he have the red from 5 Heartbeats? Wait, yeah, man. It was like, bro, them just finger waves. How you get finger waves in jail, dog? Like, bro, I ain't gonna go how. Man, look, I was locked up, but never in no long time, man. I was a weekend warrior, man. They threw me in the weekend. I was out by Monday, Tuesday. Go see the judge. Like, damn, dog. Like, that's bad. Chicago, go save it. Go save yourself, man. Cause like Chicago, y'all looking bad right now. Y'all looking bad right now, man. And Donald Trump, my G, Donald Trump from my town, NYC, Queens in the building. Stand up, Queens, if you're in the building. Donald Trump, we just found out he will be, I don't know if it was a rain or the trial will happen during the primary. The Republican primary. The trial will happen. That's wild. Hey, well, how this is going, they're gonna make Trump the realest politician in history. Mark my word, he's gonna take the black card away from Obama and Clinton. Because while they had a black card, they didn't have the real card that Trump got. Trump was arrested, arraigned, he was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? We need more free Trump t-shirts at him. Yeah, they definitely trying to throw the whole thing at him. Siggy Jones, what's going on, Sigma? Yes, sir. What's going on, man? I was just talking about homeboy in Japan. Yes, they are throwing everything at him. But guess what? It's Queens, man. It's Queens. I'm gonna tell you something about Queens dudes, man. Queens dudes, quiet as cat, man. They some tough ones, man. They no matter what race they are, they some tough ones. Trust me. Man, Queens is a different breed, man. Everybody used to seeing Brooklyn cats, a couple Harlem, maybe some Bronx, but Queens, bro, is different. It's different when you're from Queens, man. Yeah, shout out to SYSBM. Shout out to all y'all SYSBMers. Keep doing y'all thing, man. Siggy Jones in the building. All right, yeah, they definitely are throwing they throwing everything, but it ain't nothing gonna happen. LA throwing what's going on, bro. What's going on, my guy? And you know, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. We definitely gonna see what happens. I think he's gonna be free, and this will be probably the biggest story, maybe of 2024 coming up. We gonna see what happens. Oh yeah, you from Jersey? I already know, man. You from North Jersey, South Jersey, or Central? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to old Jersey in the building. Shout out to Ohio. Shout out to PA. Shout out to all my peoples in the West Coast, down south peoples where that good food is at. That cookout, the real cookout where you get the smoke at the top of the billow. Shout out to all my people over there, everybody in there. And I think Trump is gonna be free. I think Trump is gonna be free. But since Siggy Jones is here, I'm gonna relay back to my man in Korea. I'm gonna relay back to my man in Korea. I think my man in Korea. I shared a video on the Telegram a while, but I'm not gonna play it. Of two gentlemen that were United States soldiers that defected to North Korea and speak perfect Korean. All right, perfect Korean, perfect. All right, shout out to oh yeah, I know about Monmouth County. Shout out to shout out to South Jersey, Central Jersey, especially, man. My uncle's in North Jersey, Newark, man. So I always got love for Jersey, man. But that is wild that those two gentlemen defected from the United States, became North Koreans, speak perfect Korean, and now are like kind of like actors in North Korea. That joint is wild, man. That joint is wild, bro. I can't believe it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And so it's wild, man. So let me drop this link for people in the chat. I want to get y'all opinions because I couldn't do it without y'all, man. I could not do it without you guys and gals. Shout out to Anna Rodriguez. She dropped in earlier. I'm going to drop the link. We're going to hear from a couple people real quick on this Friday night. And then get their thoughts. Get their thoughts of the week. And maybe I missed a story of the week that you can remind me of. So here's the link. Hop on. Feel free. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna show naked pictures, make sure they have perky titties and no peepees. All right, perky titties, no peepees. That's the rule. You're gonna go naked, perky titties. That's it. I will get my stream shut down for some perky titties, but I'll be damned if I get my stream shut down for some peepees, dog. It ain't going down like that. You know what I mean? So let's see. What you say, LA doing? I'm not sure if there's any fundamental differences in North and South Korean languages. I don't think so either. I just think that it's like North and South Carolina. But I actually I knew a girl from South Korea, pretty nice girl, pretty chill. She wasn't one of those into hip hop girls. She was more into like rock and pop music, K-pop. She was cool. I was vibing with her. You know what I mean? I was vibing with her. So shout out to all my South Koreans. I haven't met a North Korean yet, and I don't think I ever will because I ain't gonna run over like my man did. Oh, North Korea, they treat you like a Attack of Titan, man. I can't do that. It ain't in me. So whoever wants to come on, feel free. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. We got MOT versus Tito. We got shout out to Bernard Riley too. He talked about E.J. Johnson in a family photo with Magic Johnson and the family. Very interesting photo. Oh man. Hey, that dude looked like the Giant Gonzalez in drag. My man EJ looked like the Andre the Giant in drag. And I said to myself, man, George Morrison ain't got nothing on them. Hey, what's up? I got Sigmund Jones in the building. Good evening, my sir. How you doing, man? What is on your mind?
Long time no see. Kamasi, how's it
Yes.
going?
What's going on? I'm good, man. How you doing?
Doing good too. Winning a few bets off a prize pick at the moment, so
Hey,
just
man.
chilling.
Hey, more money, more money. That's what's on your
Oh
mind, man.
yeah.
And we got
No,
Jesse
no.
Watson. Go ahead. You got it.
Oh no, I was I was just thinking the conversation we were having about the guy who ran off to North Korea. And I actually had to think a little bit like, hey, maybe this guy probably thought, you know what? Uh he, maybe he just had like a last minute thought, like, you know what, I don't want to go back to America. Nothing, it's good for me or whatnot over there. I'm just going to take a chance and go to North Korea. And hey, if that's the case, I mean, hey, props to him. Just need to make sure that whatever trouble he was doing in South Korea, he don't bring it over to North Korea.
Yeah, I could
Oh
understand
no, he do
that.
that. He done.
Hey, what's up, GW? What's going on, man?
What's
What's on
going
your mind?
on?
All right, good evening, man. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Oh man, I want to see MOT versus Tito like Stone Cold and Rock at WrestleMania 15. You got JR calling the match, and someone win, and you got to have the post match beer.
Hey, who is Stone Cold and who is The Rock in that situation?
Ooh, Tito gives me more Rock vibes.
Okay, all right.
Tito kind of gives me more Rock vibes. MOT is gonna be MOT. He gonna give it to you, no chaser.
Yeah.
MOT trying to be the next Undertaker.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Undertaker had serious hat game though. He
And what
had that hat
that's
game.
why I brought
That's
that
it.
up.
Yeah, MOT.
Okay, we on the same page.
The hat is a symbol of MOT. Like you can't have MOT without the hat, man. You can't have it. That fedora is like legendary.
Oh, but now I ain't gonna lie. That hat Taker had at WrestleMania, I think it was 20 versus Kane. I want that hat.
Mm, mm. All
If
right.
you go back and look up his entrance
Oh yeah.
for WrestleMania, I think it was 20
Hmm.
because that's when he came out with Paul Bearer.
Oh
But
yeah.
that
I remember.
but that hat game is sick.
I missed tickets for that one. I'm so mad I missed tickets for that one, man.
Oh man,
Well, hold
that
your
I
thoughts. Hold your thoughts real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm gonna get the angry snowman in here. I like to say
oh
face to face in person. Thank you and your fellow white men for bringing the beautiful white women to the world.
thank you,
I have to
Snowman.
appreciate that. I got LA throwing up here. I got a whole party up here. Hey, what's going on? Angry snowman, you first, and I'm gonna pass it to my man LA throwing it.
Hey,
Let's go.
don't thank me yet, man. You guys haven't had to deal with these ratchet fucking Beckys.
Hey,
I've dealt with a couple.
I dealt with
I've dealt with a couple. They ain't as bad as
shout out to
Keisha.
them too. Shout out to them
That's
too.
because you black. Try being white and being ratchet.
That's true. This is true.
I'm telling you right now, I've had to deal with some of these bonnet bonnet wearing black bimbos.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Not in a relationship
oh.
type of way, but like in a fucking like dealing with them on like a normal like everyday type of a basis, like me and you
Well,
are.
lucky for me, Keisha didn't find me attractive in high school and up to now. So I've been mainly been dealing with Becky. So I'm
Talk
good with it.
your shit. Talk your shit. Hey, what's going on, LA Thorn? What up? Jersey in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
Man, I just got off of work about maybe a couple hours ago. You know,
All
I'm
right,
just
man.
sitting right now.
Gotta play that Johnny Kemp, man. Friday night. You gotta play that.
Just got paid.
I work 2 jobs. Tomorrow I got a rare day off.
Ooh, I know that feeling.
Got grown man shit going on. Grown man shit going on. What's your thoughts of this week's subjects, though, man? I didn't get Snowman's thoughts.
As
I'm gonna go
far as
right
that
back to him.
dude, as far as that dude defecting to North Korea, the funny thing is that I wanted to get stationed in Korea because I'm a car guy myself, and I had plans on like taking like saving up some money and buying like an R34 or R32 GTR Skyline and shipping it to South Korea, and then when I got finished my deployment, shipping it back home. But that never happened. I
Now,
got kicked.
now, tell me something about that. Since you talk about that, I had a buddy that was in the Air Force and he was based in Japan, and he
Yeah,
said if you like bought a car in Japan and I forgot what exact type it was, but he said it was race tuned and he couldn't have it over here in the state.
uh, I'm not entirely sure because usually if because as far as I'm aware, certain cars like if they're over 25 years old, you can import them without any issue. Roughly, it's got like you might have
Ooh.
like uh like uh like a classic car insurance. Like
Oh, okay.
but like if it's over like if it's say newer than 25 years, you could still potentially import the car, but it's gonna have to be under show on display, and you're limited to how many miles you can do per year on the car, whatever it is.
Oh, okay. See that I didn't
It's an
know.
application process that you have to go through for the show on display, and certain cars, even brand new cars, uh, you're going to have to go through that process because due to various regulations um, like three-seater cars, like they
Yeah.
do, what I'm saying? Like they don't have airbags on either side, and in America, you have to have side, impact, airbags. And
Oh,
compared to like Europe, those standards are not that strict. You know what I'm saying? But
right, right.
what's odd, what's crazy is that you have other cars like say McLarens. You can get a factory roll cage inside the car, which is arguably safer than than the standard car. But America doesn't allow that. Same thing with 4-point harness. But
Wait, wow, wait a second. So overseas, you can have a inside roll cage, but in the good old U.S. of A., they don't want you to have it. Ain't
no,
that some
yeah, I know. And here's the funny thing: some cars actually have cameras for side mirrors. You know how I know the new Vet, right? The new Vet
right,
has a camera for a rear view mirror. That's allowed. You know what I'm saying? Like you can flip a switch and it becomes from a regular mirror, the rear view mirror to a camera.
right.
And but you can't have it for like side view mirrors. You can't, for even though it's kind of weird, but you
That's
know
crazy.
America is kind of weird when it comes to adaptation of technology because you can go all the way back in the 50s. There's companies like Volvo where making cars with seat belts, and it was optional equipment. Here in America, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get yourself a good old Belvedere or Mustang or something like that. And good luck surviving an accident, and God forbid, you know.
Yeah. Now, I kind of wish I was over in Japan, like in Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I, there's good and bad aspects of cars, But as far as the dude who defected, man, from what I hear, the dude got involved in an incident, like maybe a bar fight. I don't know, but the cops got involved I guess for an altercation, physical altercation, and he already did his time, in South Korean jail. He got released, and usually when that happens, right? I'm not sure how if it's for the Marines, but I'm pretty sure it's for the Army because this guy was Army.
Yeah.
If you are, if you got in a bar fight and you got, and you were like, saying, if you weren't in the brig, you would be, when you got released from jail, you would be potentially court-martialed. You might get an Article 13 or Article 15, depending on how severe the incident is. It all depends, and you could theoretically get knocked down one rank or two ranks, have extra duty. You know what I'm saying? The extra duty can be anything and everything, man. So
Interesting.
it's but you can also get pay taken away. You can also be thrown out of the army depending on how severe the charge is.
Well, it's like you the same. Now, what I heard he did was, yeah, like you said, I think he punched somebody in a bar because they wouldn't give him a certain drink, and he was supposed to be coming back stateside to face uh, military justice for that. And somehow he got law. They couldn't accompany him to the flight, so he somehow evaded them.
Yeah, I really don't know, but what is kind of boggling my mind a little bit, but also at the same time, we see it every single day, here in America. Like, like instead of going to, to a place where you're gonna face consequences for your bad decisions, like how, you voted for, you voted for, this guy who's black and he's a Democrat, and he continues to let illegal immigrants into the country or into the city, to have them taking up all your resources, like no cash bail and shit. You have black people voting for that, which is against their own best interest. And instead of going to say like the Republicans, facing like like, hey, I fucked up, what I'm saying, like, let's make this situation better than it is. They go to an even worse place, which is the North Koreans, or in this case the Democrats, and it's like, hey, I know I fucked up. I want to continue to make it worse, thinking I'm making it better.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, man. They gonna need Dennis Rodman. They gonna need Dennis Rodman. They gonna need Dennis
Hey,
Rodman.
I don't know if Dennis Rodman's gonna be able to do it, but I think he may have a better chance.
Hey, they did they did pull Dennis for the first time.
Because here's the thing, like the way how Biden's track record is with in prisoner exchanges, I don't think that he is going to have enough leverage. Like, I would trust Trump to get my ass out of a situation because he's done
Right.
it before with those basketball players in fucking China.
I mean, if I got into some BS overseas, I would trust Trump before I would trust Biden.
That is true. Trump did have he got a good track record with that, man. He was the only one that went into North Korea, man, and did what he did, man. That is very true. Hey, but let me get Snowman's thoughts real quick on what's going on. He didn't really get a chance to speak. Hey, Snowman, if you're there, let me know what's up, man.
What to do? What to do?
All right.
Snoo.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I think the most important thing that's going on is this whole thing with that what's her name? That Keisha, whatever her name was, the one that got fake kidnapped.
Oh, yeah.
Carly Smollett.
Yeah, Carly Juicy Smollett. But
Yeah, well,
be honest with you, I think that there's two dynamics that really need to be reined in. One is this sudden explosion of black victims wanting to fake victimhood for real to try and garner whatever it is they're trying to garner. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do, but whatever they're doing, it isn't going to benefit anybody in this country. And two, this issue with specifically these women, white or black or otherwise, getting away with going out and making false claims and not having to deal with the repercussions of it. That shit needs to stop.
That is true. That is true.
yeah, it does. I'm not even
Hey,
gonna lie.
I heard that chick did that fake kidnapping because her man went off with a fucking stripper. Ain't that some black shit?
Hey, man.
Oh, that's why that happened.
Yeah, he was T-Paining it, man. He was in love with a stripper, man.
I don't care. Personally, I don't care why she did it. The simple fact that she did it and they're covering it up, they're not allowing any information to get out about it, and they're acting like this is just some simple little nonsensical thing is ridiculous. This is why we have dudes getting Me Too'd that have no business being Me Too'd. This is why we have men that are sitting in prison for false allegations of rape and sexual assault that never did anything. You know what I'm saying? This shit needs to come to a stop, and these bitches need to be held accountable. Accountability needs to be had.
Hey, I agree. I agree. I mean, it's pretty much to where you even look at a woman wrong in public now, she's liable to put harassment charges on you.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. That's true. You know what's crazy though? the place where it's going on is Alabama, though. Ain't that one of the most racist places in the United States of America, according to the community? Alabama, the Crimson
Yep.
Tide. What was going on? Let me know, y'all. Let me know. Y'all got it.
I mean, as soon as I heard that, because the story itself already sounded sus to begin with. And when I heard that she got found out to be a hoax, I was like, "You please tell me this is all cap,
Yeah.
please."
Hey, no disrespect to the Dago man, but once they told me it was a Dag, I was like, she got kidnapped and she didn't do the kidnapping. I was like, nah, son. No. I can rock with it.
Yeah, you what was that old Sesame Street thing? What doesn't belong and why?
Facts,
Right.
man, facts. Go ahead, Snowman.
No, I mean, that's really my take on it. The whole thing in Dubai. I mean, that's just another Keisha going over there thinking that she can twerk and act a fool, and realizing that she actually is free in America and not in anywhere else in the world. You know,
That is
So
true.
That's
maybe
true.
that was a reality call. A wake up call for him. Probably
Nah,
not.
Keisha's gonna Keisha.
Probably not. But we can hope, right? We can always hope.
Snowman, Keisha's gonna Keisha.
Hey, I feel you, man. Trust me, I deal with them every day on YouTube, but
And you do a good job. I've seen you in action.
I do my best. Hey, dude, that comes from 3 years of dealing with this shit. I didn't even want to be in this space. I don't know how I ended up here.
You are the snowman that we needed.
Yeah, I told you can't melt, man. Snowman's the only one that will never melt. Never melt under pressure. On fire won't melt. That's how cold he is.
I'll be
Oh,
honest with you.
Facts.
When I first started doing this shit, I never thought that I would be as recognized and known in the YouTube streets as I am. I really didn't.
Hey, man.
Well, like I
Hey,
said, you were the
Kudos.
snowman we needed.
That's kudos to you, man.
come
They
on.
can't. What's up? What's up, General Washington?
No, I'm just saying he is the snowman we needed.
Oh yeah, and then LA thought my bad. I thought I got it confused.
My bad.
Well,
Yeah.
there's not enough white dudes out there that are willing to to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't need the Jason Rogers post. I'm sorry. No.
No, you don't. And you actually need a white dude that's willing to be honest about shit, be real critically honest, and keep shit on 100% on the level, and
Pretty
personally,
much.
I think that we need more white people in the space that aren't ashamed to be who they are. Stop letting these motherfuckers shame you. Be
That's
proud
a
of who you are.
That's a fact. Shout out to white people because without white people, you wouldn't have hip hop. And I'm gonna leave it at
Dude,
that.
Amen.
dude, without white people, black people would have never got liberated.
This is true.
And
Promise of the night.
Uh-oh.
hey, dude, there's been a lot of conversations going on in the sphere about the whole slavery thing and did blacks benefit from slavery and everything. And every time that I get on a panel and I mention the fact that you guys would probably still be slaves if it wasn't for white people liberating you, dude, causes a lot of people's brains to start melting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Ron DeSantis, man. I forgot about Ron DeSantis. He said
Yeah,
that
yes.
thing, and Chaotic Truth did a show. I didn't check it out, but shout out to Chaotic Truth on Ron DeSantis doing that, man.
Yeah, I gotta raise one for Ron.
Yeah, I always find it interesting with that discussion there that how the black community always remembers all the trailblazers in the Underground Railroad and all the civil rights leaders, but they never ever seem to bring up any of the white folks that built the Underground Railroad that they used,
Uh-oh.
or all
Uh-oh.
the white folks that helped progress the civil rights movement along.
Uh-oh.
Snowman, get out of there. Get out of there.
You got an idea for a movie, man? I think we need to holler at whatever writers is left and get this movie started on the abolitionists, man. We got to get that started, man.
Really, there should be a movie, celebrating the abolitionists. I mean, if it wasn't for them, the black folks would still be, trying to figure out how to use the Underground Railroad.
You know what's funny is that there's one politician nobody fucking talks about, and the funny thing is that it was and Muhammad Ali was named after him. His name was Cassius Marcellus Clay. He is
Yeah,
the
the senator from
designated
Kentucky.
abolitionist in fucking history. And he's the sole reason why the fucking Emancipation Proclamation got signed early. And he also was an ambassador to fucking Russia because during the fucking Civil War, people don't know this, but Russia was about to fucking side with the Confederacy.
Seriously?
And,
That
yeah.
that wouldn't surprise me, you know.
And the funny thing is that, like, it was because of Clay, and he was like, yo, if you fuck around, you're going to find out.
You know, I think
Damn.
the partial problem though is our education system. They don't let us actually. They don't let schools actually educate kids properly.
Oh, the education system's gone to shit.
You know, if they're going to
Yeah,
teach American
man.
history, they need to teach American history, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Facts, they
No,
do.
not only they don't teach history, they don't teach how to do reading and math. Like, like seriously, like how are you going to understand a fucking mortgage agreement or a loan contract or like say for instance, you have like naturally get the skills and you are a good football player, right, or a good basketball player, right? You
Yeah.
know, you have like you don't trust lawyers, right? But you don't know how to fucking read. How are you gonna trust the lawyer saying like, oh, like, like this is this is in your favor. Meanwhile, instead of you getting 85%, off the contract, you end up getting 8.5% because you don't know how to do percentages.
Or you end up like Kevin Garnett and have his financial advisor and his ex-wife rip him for like 70 million bucks.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact, man.
Well, you know, first we got to tackle the reading, the literacy problem in this country for both white and black men, because the truth of the matter is too many people in here think they know how to read and they can't comprehend what it is that they're reading.
That's true.
Yep, they
I,
do.
I know some that can barely understand a rental agreement.
Right.
Yep.
You know, and that's an issue as an adult. If you can't even understand the contract you're signing for the house you're moving into.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing. Like, I listen to a lot of like entrepreneurial, podcasts, and one of the podcasts I listen to is the Irish Success podcast. And I remember I forgot to do his name, but it was an Irish dude, obviously. But what he specializes in is he helped. Actually, no, it was a female. She ends up she ends up specializing in helping people understand rental agreements, like you know like they like like if you like not follow the rental agreement, they end up collecting the money from the person who you're renting from.
Oh yeah.
Like it's crazy, but also at the same time, like you learn so much from some of these entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, it's a shame that it's not fucking embraced in Black America, man.
Well, with most rental agreements, most people don't read it in depth enough to realize that no matter what you do, you're not going to get your deposit back anyhow.
Oh God, no.
If they actually read it and looked in it, there's actually a little sub clause inside of it where they charge you for every little repair or maintenance thing they have to do to that property after you leave, all the way down to like some places will charge you $3 to $5 for every nail hole that they got to fill in.
Mm-hmm.
And so unless you're willing to be a tenant that's willing to go through and basically fill in all your nail holes from all the crap you had hanging on the walls, shampoo the carpets, put fresh paint on, and properly manicure the lawn before you leave, you're not getting that deposit back. And chances are, even if you do that, they're going to find some other way to legally to keep it from you.
Yeah, because I know one place I know I used to rent from. It was like you had to pretty much give it back to them the same way they gave it to you when you moved in.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I guess I'm one of the lucky ones because they gave me my deposit back.
Dude, I've never gotten a deposit back in every property that I lived in, minus the last one before the one we live in now. I actually, well, even the last one, I believe I upped the property value because I spent probably around $8,000 landscaping the front of the house.
Damn.
You know,
Yeah, you did drive the value up.
You know, every house, the house before that that we lived in, we lived there for almost 6 years, and in the 6 years that we lived there, I damn near remodeled the whole inside of the house. And before we moved, I was in the process of getting ready to tear out the downstairs bathroom and back room and turn it into basically like a master bedroom with a master bathroom suite and everything in it.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, man, there you go, man.
It's not a bad idea.
Hey, let me get you guys' thoughts on Andrew Tate versus Jordan B. Peterson, man. Let me get your thoughts on that. If you guys,
I don't know enough what's going on with them.
Yeah, what's that's a new one to me.
Yeah, apparently on Twitter, Jordan B. Peterson had called him a pimp, and so now, you know, Andrew Tate got a strong fan base. Shout out to the Andrew Tate fan base, man. They went straight bananas on Jordan B. Peterson, called him a commie, called him a KIKE. They went ham.
Well, Jordan Peterson's turned into quite the whiny ass crybaby beta male lately. He went from being he went from being an alpha male that believed in masculinity and you know, healthy masculinity to being this whiny crybaby guy that every time he does a podcast, he's in tears and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's funny that Snowman, you notice something that when it comes to Andrew Tate, that all this time they've been investigating him, you haven't heard any evidence saying what he did come out, but they interviewed or pretty much interviewed all the women that have been around him, and they even said he has never done anything like that to us.
Yeah, if you actually read the indictment that they have on him, all the witnesses that they tried to basically strong arm into testifying against Andrew Tate and his brother said that they did nothing wrong. So
yeah.
So rather than them dropping the charges, the state there and wherever they are ended up picking up the charges,
Romania,
and held them for 2 months on no charges.
They're still on house arrest now.
Yeah, they're still on house arrest, but if you recall, they came and picked him up again and arrested him again for a little while. It was like a few days, maybe a week, and then let him back out. And it's because they can't find nothing on the guy.
Yeah, but you also notice that
place to do their OnlyFans shit. There's nothing illegal about that.
Right,
but I get that different countries, different laws and shit. But like a lot of countries have like English common law instead of English civil law, because the two differences is that if you have English common law, the defendant is more favored. With civil law, it's the person who is making the accusation. Like, say for instance, I'm renting a house from Snowman, right? And under English common law, if Snowman, when I moved in, we agreed that, in a contract that he would, exterminate, the cockroaches and the mice that are in the house. And when I move in, he doesn't do that, and I see like a whole bunch of freaking cockroaches and mice. A week after I come in and I take, Snowman to court, the court will be in my favor more often than, say, if it was the opposite. Right?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see no flaws in what you just said.
Yeah, no problem. Brownsburg, what's up, man?
I think the only difference is Tate wasn't renting anything. He owned his property.
Hey, what?
What's up, Brownsburg?
Hey, what's goody? What's up? Showing love to my homeboy, Cool Kamasi. So let me get this straight. I'm sorry if I might be Mr. Johnny Come Lately. And y'all talking about the current problems with the Manosphere?
Among other things.
The whole week we had it's been an interesting. I forgot one
I've
more
been
thing.
The
Let me get your
problems seem
thoughts
to
on
be
this.
circular in nature. They always come and go.
Yeah, let me
yeah,
get your
it's
thoughts
true.
on this real quick on Brownsburg too. We forgot about Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes recently got canceled out of Twitter for his speech. I don't know if you heard about it. I
What
would
speech
love to
is
get your
that? The
thoughts.
one on Fresh and Fit,
No, it's a
or is this something
rally.
different?
It was probably
It
something else, not fresh and
was a
fit.
rally. It was a rally. I want to say in Florida, and Sneeko was there. And Sneeko had said
Uh-oh.
that Nick Fuentes
Sneeko.
will be the next president of the United States.
Personally, I think people need to stop gatekeeping and policing words.
Nick Fuentes being the next president. Okay. Um,
What's
let's
your
see how
thoughts,
that
man?
works.
What's your
I
thoughts,
mean,
man?
he's already a fire starter, so I don't see how that's gonna go well. But I mean, teach his own.
I
I
mean,
just think people.
Nobody thought Trump would be
Fuentes
president.
runs the
Yeah,
Democratic
and you know what, angry
Democratic vote.
snowman. I really thought that in my mind, so I'm glad you just said that. Nah, but real shit. Like, I just Nick Fuentes. I mean, the only thing I can ever think is he's just a fire starter. And you know, I go to my mind when I'm just like used to people saying things that's very outlandish, especially if it comes across as racist. So I was like, Nick Fuentes is just another one of them. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, Andrew Tate and just the rest of them, and then this Manosphere stuff. I didn't been watching this stuff for weeks. I don't know, Cool Kamasi, because you probably don't know or do know. Like, I don't claim Manosphere. I used to, but I used to be like, I don't claim Manosphere.
You on your own thing, man. You on your own thing, man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think you
doing my
figured out
own
something.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've been watching the whole thing this whole entire week. You know, dudes just sit up there saying, I'm tired of you niggas. All y'all do is talk about us bitches. And you just be like, well, you know what? I mean, like, I didn't seen it all, bro. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think what really started to annoy me is when I just decided to stop coming around to panels like Roger Report because I felt like they was on some bullshit. And then, you know, the whole thing that happened between Black Uru and what's her name, Mahogany, that was fucked up. And then there was some more stuff that happened, and then I had a realization. You know, dudes just sit up there and talk about, oh, you know, don't date these women, blah blah blah, and this and third. I said, well, I ain't gay. I still want to date. I still like women. I thank you for having me aware of how these women can be, but you know, that's not going to stop me from going for a courtship.
Well,
it's just that
to lend to what you're saying, Bronsberg, I think that there is a big disparity when it comes to people out here trying to give relationship advice that are actually in, you know, successful relationships and marriages. There's not enough of those guys out there to give the positive aspects of it, and too many people throwing negatives around. So it's a lopsided, you know, point of view.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and then the few negatives you got are highly amplified and magnified.
I mean, me personally, I'll be honest. I'm glad I'm married, and I've been married for the last 7 years. You know, and I ain't got to deal with the dating world. Yeah. But at the same aspect, I think there's a lot of men out there that have basically been, you know, they've been scorned by too many women, and now they're giving a disingenuous, you know, assessment of what dating really is, because they're selling men short and telling them just the bad and not allowing them to weigh their
Find out
bad and good. Because
all I ever
things about women as well. You know, the key is men got to change the way they're approaching women and the way they're dating.
That's true, man. That's true.
All I ever tell dudes is be careful. That's all I've ever said. Who wanted to ask me something?
No, Bronze, go ahead. You was gonna say something. My bad.
No, I thought you was about that. That's all I wanted to say. Like, I just tell dudes, you just gotta be careful. That's with anything or anyone. But you know, that's me. I thought you wanted to ask me something. My fault.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go there with the management stuff. Another happening this week was the Amazing Lucas made an appearance.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know, and I want to get your thoughts on it. There's BGS involved. There's Fantastic.
Yeah.
Mahar,
I seen it.
A lot of people.
I saw everything.
So let me. I'll start with you, Rosberg, then I'll go to you, LA Thorn. You go ahead, bro. Let me get Rosberg first, and I got you, LA Thorn, right after that.
Amazing Lucas surprised the shit out of me by going over there, because usually his whole entire thing is being a political commentator, and then it's all that stuff that's around it. So, I'm so used to him just going, it's like, well, that's not what you do, pimping. But nah, seriously, when I was watching the video, to be honest, I'm like, fantastic. Kind of did and didn't have a point, but I think he railed on the fact of the matter, like, about height too much. And I'm just like, okay, dude, we get it. You're 6'5", awesome, sweet, great. I get it.
6'5", but he's still ugly as shit.
Yeah, and I mean, well, I don't say nothing about his looks, but I'm just saying, in regards to where I come from, I'm like, that's fine if you want to brag about your height. Just not all men can be tall. We talking genetics. Certain dudes are short, but with even dudes being short, they still have the availability to get the woman of their choice, or maybe they might be getting a woman in general. So, talking about all this manosphere shit and then sit up there talking about why is it that the black man can't have a voice? You can have a voice, but when you start nagging and you start sitting up there saying this shit over and over and over again, it starts to become like just repeated shit that I don't want to hear. And then the thing about it is, I'm not against men. And I'm saying this for all races. I'm not against men having a place to have a conversation and express themselves, because I advocate for that. In my real life, I supported some organizations that was for men's mental health, and I always advocate for that. But what the manosphere does is, as long as you can keep talking about shit that happens with women every day and have pretty much an antidote like Sukiyana in London, or have Sexy Red go into a school and do all these different things, dudes is making a whole entire content off of that. Then if they could have the squad, and I'm talking about women that they view as pygmies and all this other shit, they on the table. I didn't see it. Just to end this off, I've been coming at the grifters next for the longest time. I didn't sit out there and see what they did with Just Pearly Things. I didn't sit out there and see what they did with Melanie King. I've railed against that shit. I sat out there and I said, I don't fuck with Just Pearly Things because she's a Karen. And I don't fuck with Melanie King because she's a liar and a hypocrite and a fraud. She got called out many times for the fuck shit she did. And she still comes around and says, oh, but I care for the black men. Nah, bitch, you don't care for that shit at all. Stop lying. And that's my whole entire point. It's not a game to me, fam. Like, if I'm talking about we need to be out here for male voices, men voices, let's be for real. But we need to be able to move the conversation in different directions. Not about women all the time. I'm just saying.
Well, look, you got to remember, it's these grifting ass dudes that you're talking about that allowed these women to come into their space. They trusted the fact that they were MRAs, men's rights activists, on men's side, and then allowed them to pollute what it was that men were trying to do in the manosphere.
That's true. That's true. I agree.
Hey, no arguments from me.
I'm sorry, but I can't, take Lucas seriously for two reasons. One, he's the same Lucas that freaking was fawning and freaking gawking over freaking the AI and freaking sex robots, and how he's gonna have like a fucking entire spiel and family with freaking sex robots. So I mean, like, him trying to talk about freaking real women, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Second of all, the dude doesn't have any kind of real balls, because one of my friends, Burberry 86, challenged this motherfucker to a fucking charity boxing match, and the dude fucking backed the fuck out quicker than fucking Biden, Biden in Afghanistan.
Damn.
I was on that live witnessing it in real time. But
That's bad.
Well, look, I talk a lot of shit on here, but I ain't trying to box none of you motherfuckers either.
At least you're honest.
No,
I'm just saying, man, I'm getting too old for that shit.
But here's the
Me
thing.
too. Hell.
Here's the thing. Like, Lucas and Burberry were going, tit for tat, as far as like trying to have a debate, and Lucas was the one who, throughout the freaking challenge, like, he would box he would hop in the ring and fight anyone. And when someone actually took him up on that challenge, he backs out, saying like, oh, in order for me to get out of the fucking bed, you need to give me like $100 grand.
I guess that's a different story.
I know, but it's it's a whole bunch of past drama and shit. But
no, I'm just saying, if you're the one that's throwing the offer, the challenge out there, and then when someone accepts, you back out. That's you being a bitch. I mean, at least stand firm in your square.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
you bitched out,
like
it's
I
game
said,
over.
and like I said, I was on that live when he fucking did when Burberry called up Lucas's show and accepted the challenge, and I was silent because I was just trying to keep my composure. I was just like laughing afterwards, man, because fucking he backpedaled so goddamn hard, man. But
Doesn't it seem like the ones with the biggest mouth and the loudest voice always be the ones to back out the fastest when they actually get challenged with their own shit?
unfortunately, it's more often the case, yeah. But do I have disagreements with some people on YouTube? Yes, I do. But I'm willing to actually debate someone, you know, on the ideological merits of whatever we're discussing. You know what I'm saying? Like if, like, like say for instance, me and Ricky Manna. I've been on this panel a few times in the past. We disagreed and we also agreed. And there was one time when it was about Ahmaud Arbery, and my only point of contention was that Ahmaud Arbery could have done a whole bunch of things differently. He could have made more of an effort to evade whoever was, going after him. He could have gone to the left, you know what I'm saying? But he chose to engage that other person with, that one of the McMichael brothers who had the rifle or it was a shotgun or whatever. And he fought for the gun and he lost that fight with the gun and unfortunately got shot and killed. Now, do I think that he deserved to be killed? No. But he took that risk.
Right.
He took the risk and he was not successful in taking that risk.
Well, see, and you bring up a valid point. That's something that people don't seem to understand, that you can sit and you can agree that someone dying in a specific way wasn't the right way to die while still understanding that they put themselves in that position.
Yeah, and Ricky was, getting, all his feelings about how me and him disagreed with, like, hey, granted, yeah, like the law, wasn't in McMichael's favor or like that, and yeah, the McMichaels, got punished under the law, but what he wasn't acknowledging, and what I was like, he's just like I was saying, that I acknowledge is that Ahmaud Arbery is just as culpable for his own death as the McMichael brothers, because if he did anything what he did, there's a likelihood that he would have survived. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have easily had just like, stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like throw his hands up and like, hey, and if the McMichaels thought like, hey, he was stealing shit, have the cops, get called, everything gets settled in fucking court because they got cameras, they got they got cameras, the places he was supposedly stealing, and let it go from there. And if it's a wrongful conviction or a wrongful arrest or whatever, or like defamation, Ahmaud Arbery can sue the McMichaels and get whatever kind of money.
Well, if anything, if anything, my opinion on this, the whole thing with any of these shootings and killings, whether it's police involved or people trying to pretend to be police involved, it lends credence to the fact that we need fathers in the home. I mean, this right here, that just that simple act right there shows you that the lack of fathers being in these men's homes is attributing to why they don't conduct themselves in a way to where it keeps them safe. A father and a man is going to teach his son how to conduct himself as a man around other men, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, granted, my mother and my father divorced twice by the time I was 17. And, while my father wasn't always in my life, but, the male figures I had in my life, because I have a friend of the family who was a airplane mechanic and also worked on Jaguars in his spare time in his own home. But they were largely positive, and I didn't have an opportunity to do some to do fuck shit that would normally be, customary of, of a black person, of a black kid, without no father,
Yeah, these matriarchal communities, they're failing the men in the community, the young men specifically, and that's on, but from the black hoods all the way to the white baby factories. They are failing our men all the way across the board, because these women, for one, they don't know how to raise a man. Two, they don't care to raise a man, and three, they use their sons basically as cannon fodder to protect them from all the mistakes and bullshit that they're pulling.
Yeah, and there's actually a video if you want to pull it up, Kamasi. Uh, Black conservative perspective actually did a video on this black feminist who wants to embrace freaking or has embraced like single motherhood, and I'm like, dude, like being a single mother or a single parent isn't ideal because you need a mother to show how the daughter how to be a woman. I need a father for the son.
Well,
And
the other day, Black Man Unfiltered played something on his stream about a black woman that was sitting and basically advocating for women to go out and basically, like you said, be single mothers, but was telling them how they can go out and buy vials of sperm, and
yeah,
use that way they don't even need a man anymore.
I think it's I think I know who you're talking about. I think her name is like Wendy Williams or something like that or
Yeah,
some shit.
something like that. But it was the most outrageous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, I understand that with modern technology you can do things, but also at the same time, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Like I get it that you waited however long and you are past your biological prime and you want to start a family. Okay, fine. Find them if find a man who's willing to freaking either have sex with you and try and do it that way, or if it's not possible, go that route and be married and raise whoever is like whoever's like if it's a boy or a girl or both, like you have twins or whatever, you know, raise it as a family, as a nuclear family.
Well, hey, fellas, I got to hop off. I got to put the kids to bed.
All right, peace,
Got to
man.
do the daddy thing. If you're still up when I'm done, man, I'll swing back through.
Peace, brother. Peace. It's been a crazy week, man. Another week in the sphere, man.
Me personally, man, like I try not to like listening to some of these freaking pro black people is really depressing because it frustrates you to no fucking end is listening to the complete note of bullshit. You know the fucking that they're lying and they know that they're lying.
Well, I mean, what better way to gain some clout and be the quote unquote alpha male that you what better way to perceive yourself that way than the pro black route? It's a shortcut, bro. It's the shortcut.
Here's the thing, like there ain't no shortcut to actually getting what's earned.
Oh no, it's a long cut. It's not even. It's pseudo. It's pseudo. You know what I mean?
And here's the funny thing. Like they 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 like to freaking roast, like people like Tommy Sotomayor, who if they had the balls to let him on their platform, would completely torch their ass.
Yeah,
and
Tommy will cook 'em.
and they don't, like they think like, oh, like we're regulating, like, pulling people's papers. I'm like, you're not regulating shit. Like, you know, you saying like, it's like these immigrants are the fucking problem. Like, no, like it's the problem is with you. You don't want to you don't want to compete with everyone, and you're saying like, oh, like these government resources should be yours. Like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I
America
mean,
is not
yeah.
deep.
I mean, YouTube is not a place to regulate anybody. You're not gonna get any regulation done on YouTube. So a lot of it is puffing your chest out. I mean, that's really what it is. Everybody trying to get paid. Everybody trying to get paid. Everybody trying to get clout. Everybody trying to get views. And so everybody got their little strategy to get it. I think it to be funny. I don't take any of them seriously, but
I don't have.
um, it's just funny, especially a space that talks so much about subscriber supremacy and stuff. Like if Lucas only had 100 subscribers, it wouldn't even be an issue. It wouldn't even be a topic of discussion. But since he's 400, I think it's like 400K strong, everybody feel like they got to talk about it.
Well, at one point he was going down. He had like 500,000. Then he was down to like 280 or something like that, or 300 or something like that. Now he's back,
Mm-hmm.
and that was mainly from him switching from being a conservative that he was born and raised, because as far as I'm aware from his interviews that he's done, he was born and raised a Republican. Now he's gone complete 180 and is a Maoist with American characteristics, because that's what woke is.
Yeah, I
Like
didn't.
if
It's
anyone
crazy because I didn't really know anything about. I've heard his name before, you know what I mean, but I didn't know anything about him. So I was.
if anyone asks you what woke is, answer them with this: woke is Maoism with American characteristics, and it will go over everyone's heads except for a select few.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he a bag chaser, man. So shout out to the bag chasers. They gonna do whatever they need to do to get the bag. I'm not really mad at it, man. I'm not mad at him necessarily doing that per se. The rhetoric is the the talk is trash. The talk is trash.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna hop off, man. My phone's dying, but Kamasi, thank you very much for letting me up on your platform, man. And
Hey, anytime, man.
yeah, hope
Anytime,
you have
man.
a good day, man. And keep your head on straight, man.
Always and all the time, man. I appreciate it, man. I miss like what y'all was saying, man. Stream y'all was kicking my ass, man. I was like, I was like trying to get back on. I'm like, man, I'm missing some good conversation, man.
But yeah, man, I just recently read that article, man, that ATCO was getting shut down because it got sold to an Illinois based company with the New Jersey Pinelands Commission to redevelop the 108 acre property, which is kind of fucked up because I'm like, I'm a car guy. They first shut down fucking, E Town, English Town, saying like, oh, because of the noise. I'm like, you dumb motherfuckers decide to buy a house right next to a fucking drag strip, a racetrack, and you
Mm,
expect peace and fucking quiet. That's like,
mm.
I hate the sound of jet engines. Let me move to a house right next to JFK Airport. It makes just as much fucking sense. But the application was actually co-signed by Auto Drag by the owner, Leonard Capone Jr., which kind of makes me wonder, like, Capone Jr. Are there mafia ties with this? You know, Jersey after all. You know.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely,
yeah, man. Word.
man. You know, I have a feeling the Italian Mafia is gonna make its way back soon. So yeah, man. Hey, Freeze,
Yeah.
I missed what you were saying, man. So feel free to let off, man.
No, I think y'all were. I think y'all were just talking about the stuff that's been going on this week. And I was I was just, chiming in and stuff. I, I just, my thing is, I think this is all like subscriber stuff to me. Like, I think if if Lucas only had 500 subscribers, he wouldn't even be, it wouldn't even be an issue of discussion. So, um, and again, I say, man, like, I think, I mean, with the whole Bussy sphere thing, I mean, if he was going to use an example, the example that he used would be the closest to, what I'm saying, the Bussy sphere. I like it's kind of it's a man club, you know what I mean? So it's like, I minus the whole taking up for Daggle's thing, I think that he had some points. I didn't know that it actually wasn't even really about BGS and them, because he wasn't even on the panel long enough for him to, like, he was on the panel for like maybe 10 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. So, they made a big old event out of nothing. Ain't nothing happened, man. But Maggles and Daggles. Maggles do what Maggles do, man. And the Maggle's always gonna bend that knee to the Daggle. It just is what it is. That boy True in the building. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? I know he was gonna touch on what happened with the whole Fantastic thing. I just think that you know, he stepped into an area that he's unfamiliar with, and a lot of that stuff that he do in the manosphere, it's not gonna work once you get outside. You know what I mean? So that, and I think that he needs to have more discussions about that, but in those territories, because it'll make him better. So, shout out to those leaving the echo chambers and trying to get in there and get their arguments out. Straight up, man. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm tired as fuck. Um, but I think Lucas's central point about men complaining is valid. Like, I just wasn't raised that way, man. I was talking to SKC about that. Like, I just wasn't raised that way. I view complaining as weakness. It always has been to me. And I think that men fighting for the right to complain is and that's their words. They, everybody else can complain. Why can't we complain? It's like, yo, just because everybody else is weak, don't fight for the right to be weak. That's I don't think that that's a good look. I just don't, man. There's no strength that comes from complaining. Exposing all that stuff. Like, when people say stuff that's wrong and you expose it, I get that. But when men say that they want to have the right to complain, like everybody, like women do, like I just don't. That neck, that shit don't connect to me, man. Like, why would you fight for the right to complain? Of all the things to do, why would you fight for the right to complain?
That's a fact, man. That is a fact, bro. Man.
So, outside of that point that Lucas made, everything else he said was horseshit. Like, everything else was just garbage.
Mm, mm, mm.
But
Did I get your thoughts on Nick Fuentes, man?
no, what do you do now?
Apparently he got a I guess he had a live stream on Rumble that got taken off. because of he was basically he's trying. They saying he's trying to incite a war. He read from the Talmud or something like that, and now it's on.
So he's going against Israel. He's going against the Israelites or the Jews.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
whole thing.
he's going. Yep, he's going against the Yarmulke gang, man.
Hey, he know. Well, he knows what comes with it. So you know, everybody know the deal. Everybody know
That's
the
a
deal.
fact.
So
It'll be
you can
interesting.
either, I mean, you can either not talk about it or you can attack it head on.
Yeah, that is true, man.
But I mean, they like that's why it was so funny hearing old boy talk about strength and numbers on SKCs, trying to talk about we need more numbers. It's like, bro, the Seinfelds don't have that many numbers,
No, they
but
don't.
they run shit.
That's a fact, man. And who was that, man? I might have missed that stream. Who said that?
Oh, some Afro, I think his name is African Diaspora something.
Oh, okay.
Get
One of
this,
those
get
guys.
this, bro. He's a Pan African. He's a Pan African talking about what black men in America need to do, and he don't even live in America. I love it, man. I love it.
I want to use my man from North Korea right now, live streaming. That might be him.
Yeah, bro.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Man, we had a crazy.
I love it,
weekend.
man. Yeah,
Hey,
man. Another one in the bag.
what's your thoughts on MOT versus Tito?
Goofy versus Goofy. May the best goof win.
Hey, I got my money on MOT, man. I got MOT been undefeated so far. This has been his year, man. 2023 has been the year of MOT in a silent but deadly way, man. I think MOT has been like taking heads off, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to hurt niggas. He tried to hurt him, man.
That was the line of the year, man. That was the line of the year, man. That should be on a song. That should be on a song, man. It should be on t-shirts. This should be sold across America, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely throwing that in the tapes.
Oh, yeah,
But it's
definitely.
but MOT versus I don't know too much about Tito. All I know is that he talks shit about everybody. But when he's not talking shit about everybody, I don't really know I don't know his whole thing. But I do know because it's really like it's a smaller battle in this big world of battles where it's basically manosphere versus what skills and resources, anti-SB, whatever you want to call it. It's just a big thing in that because MOT was going at Keep It 100 too.
Yeah,
I like and shout out to Keep It 100. He's out of those guys over there, he's probably the only one that I could say that I like. And not that I dislike the rest of them, I just don't care for them. But Keep It 100, I mean, I've disagreed with him on numerous things, and we've always been able to just talk about it. He's never done the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like when you disagree with them, then you get called a gynocrat, or you get called a sisterhood undercover. All this. He's never done any of that. He's always, anytime I've had a conversation with him, he's always attacked the argument head on.
That's true.
So I ain't got nothing but respect for that.
Yeah, in terms of the newcomers, I think he's been the most impactful out of all of them. I mean, think about it like this. This guy came in I would say end of last year. I heard about him. He's went at it with SKC, BG, got BGS agreeing with him somewhat. Bernard O'Reilly's brought him on a few times, and now MOT. And this guy's laying an impact. I think he's one of the impact players, quietly making his way. I think he could be a big name in the manosphere.
He could be. I think he's definitely a useful weapon in the space. Because he's in the same category too, because he agrees with some of the points of the other side. And so he understands a lot of the nuances that are between both sides. And so I don't know if he has a loyalty with BGS. I don't know how that whole thing is situated, but he's not going to roll with you on a dumb argument. He's just not. Like, I think even if I disagree with his argument, I think that the argument that he'll put forth is well thought out, and he understands why he's making the arguments he's making.
That is
And
true.
and even if I disagree, I can't. I gotta respect it.
That is a
Like
fact.
it's respectable. Um, he cooked MOT though. He
Oh
had a
yeah.
string he cooked that he when he honed in on the hat, and yeah, that shit was funny. That back and forth was more interesting than Tito and MOT, to be
Oh
in my
yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. Because it's. I mean, shout out to Tito. I don't have beef with him, but like Tito, I don't think he makes a good panel debate, in my opinion.
I've only ever heard him
Yeah.
talk shit, so I don't even know what his
Yeah.
overall points are. So I can't even formulate an opinion on Tito because I don't know
Yeah. Cause
his I don't know what he thinks
yeah,
outside of just talking shit about people.
yeah, because I haven't really seen him on panels. I think I seen him one time with Alan Obi. That's the only time I've kind of seen him on a panel. And other than that, I think once he gets into more, then we'll know more about him. Because like I think more or less, like you said, I prefer keeping 100's stance versus Tito's. He articulates it better. The whole presence, the whole aura, everything, he got it. In terms of star power. And it's
Hmm.
quietly coming up. It's quietly bubbling. What we seen
Yeah,
with Nate last couple years, I think it's going to be bigger with Keep on it.
right. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. The only thing I know about Tito and from what people have been saying is this whole. I think he has like a pedo pass.
Oh yeah.
Um, I've never. I don't know how true it is. Because I've heard different things,
Mhm.
but I mean, once I know that, then once that's confirmed with me, then I'll know where I stand. But as
Yeah, I
far
feel
as
you.
that aside, I just don't think he has. I just think he talks shit.
Mhm.
Which is cool. Like, but that's not. At some point, you have to have a reasonable argument,
That
and I
is
think MOT right now has the better arguments. The
true.
problem with MOT is that he lets his retardedness get in his way. If he just stops being retarded, sometimes like he just does a lot of retarded shit. So it's like even if you are right, nigga, who cares? Who
But that's the,
cares?
that's the thing. When you say that I like to hurt niggas, man, that shit gets you hyped.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
sometimes it's needed. Sometimes it's needed, and it showed a side of him that you rarely see because he's always calm and collected. A few times he hasn't been, but when you see that side, it's entertaining. It's classic to see, man. And just like Bernard had a little swagger recently. Like I was like, oh, step Bernard got a little swagger.
mm-hmm,
Okay, let's go. Like I like to see that because it helps with the conversation. If you get
yeah,
that confidence in, and it really helps. Conservative always masters that. He's off the gate with it.
yep,
You like that off the rip. Like they can like when you drop a question, it silences everybody. You ain't got to say nothing no
mm-hmm,
more. I'm like, damn, Frieza Lou done froze everybody. The name matches. He freezes you in your tracks with one question, and then you got to think about it.
that's it. Get people to think. It's thinking is still legal. We can still do that. You know what I mean? So I my problem is the whole narrative thing. It's like you can't have an honest conversation if you're fighting a narrative. You just can't. And I think that this whole fighting against the narrative uh idea gets in the way of genuine conversations.
That's true. And let me add my two
Um,
cents with it real quick. Real quick. The whole they're trying to be silenced, I think is false. I think the problem is when they talk about the women in the 90s and them having the television, it was that they were more engaging and entertaining. And this is
uh-huh.
America. You can't be serious and melancholy all the time when giving points. This is why Big J Triple X is still around. This is why, this is why Ed Chief
Yeah.
raised the purge. Like, and you will have people that are panel debaters go on the purge. You will have it. And sometimes like the familiarity of always having the same conversations, it gets redundant. It doesn't flow well.
Hmm.
So you gotta have that entertaining factor, and it's slowly coming. It's slowly coming. I think you brought a lot of it out of people. I think like they don't give you your credit. I think Friezo Lou, he might be my rookie of the year, man. He might be my rookie of the year, man. I it's really between him and Keep It 100. And then I could throw A Truism on there, but A Truism, from my understanding, A Truism been here for a while under a different guy. So you got a lot of cats that are bringing different conversations in that are changing the narrative. Because I think once A Truism gets in, it's going to be very interesting because the way he brings it is raw and uncut with facts. And
It's
the way
Hulk.
you
It's
bring it,
Hulk smash, but it's Hulk smash, man.
Hulk smash, man, it's smash, and then you bring in with the cold questions, it goes in, So like you're gonna have a lot, and then you got the white side getting in and slow that. Shout out to Ragnarok, Ragnarok. You like to interrupt a lot of conversations, but I think you getting better. I think you getting better, Ragnarok. If you hear me, Ragnarok, from last year to this year, I think you have improved a lot. Snowman is coming in. We got a lot of people slowly
Hmm.
coming in on that other side that want to get in this conversation. It's good, man. So I'll let you have free zone. Go ahead. My bad.
No, you good, bro. I mean, you need these different dynamics, because in there might be something you never want to think that you have all the information. You never want, like, you're whatever you're doing should always be subject to updates, um, subject to whatever your strategy is, whatever your arguments are, whatever your viewpoint is. It should always be, um, subject to updates, subject to scrutiny, and you shouldn't shy away from the conversation. And you shouldn't try to gaslight people to avoid having the conversations.
Yeah, that's a definite fact, man. That is a
You know what I'm
definite.
saying? So I just noticed it, like, and I don't think that's particularly one space thing. I think that's just a black YouTube thing, or just a debating thing in general,
Yeah.
where you wanna do goofy shit so that you can just stop the conversation from happening.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I always like to just, and I'll go against. I Like, if I ask a question
Mm-hmm.
that's going in a direction, and somebody introduces some new information, I'll adjust.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
I don't
yeah.
think people are willing to do that. Like, it's okay to say that you was wrong on something, or hey, I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
So you got that point.
Oh yeah.
Um, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they just that whole sign language thing
Mm-hmm.
is, I know they used it for women, but a lot of niggas be doing that shit too, man. Especially that need to be right. It's like,
Oh
nigga,
yeah.
you don't need to be right. You hope you're right, but if you're wrong, I hope I'm wrong on some stuff. That
Mm-hmm.
way I can you get new information by doing that. And so it's like,
Exactly, man.
how do you get smarter if you're just insistent on being right? But
Yes.
that's a whole power struggle game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
Because you know what's interesting when you said that they're having recently the PBD podcast, the Patrick, I forget his name. He had Anthony Weiner on the show. I
Who?
would say this Anthony Weiner, the Sexton guy. He had got arrested for sexting a 15-year-old.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and he had him on the show. Yeah, I watched it live. I want to say it was this morning or yesterday, because I have no phone. I just got a new phone, but man, like it was a crazy interview and debate at the same time, because he asked him about the Hillary list. So once he asked him about the Hillary list, man, it went off the rails, but in an interesting way. It was very interesting to see, because like you would never see Anthony Weiner on a conservative show, but now you're starting to see it. So the other side is happening. So why not the manosphere?
That's a fact, man. PBD will sit down and talk to anybody.
Oh yeah,
anybody. He anybody. He don't care, and I like that he don't care.
Oh yeah, I like
it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can set a lot of things straight. He sets the record straight on his channel. He learns a lot of new information. He's like a Joe Roganish with a political slant kind of thing, which is good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which is good.
You know what's crazy? It had its panic moments though. Like when they were going at each other at one point, and he brought out that you was sexting the 15-year-old. He actually brought it out. And it was wild.
PBD did?
Yeah, it was wild to see. I think it's still on his channel. It was wild to see, man. I was like, wow, this is getting, because YouTube is starting to get a little bit more entertaining slowly but surely. Yeah, Andrew Tate. I think Andrew Tate was on the show recently. I forget which one he was on. Gave a bomb interview. Of course, the Adam 22 Andrew Tate meetup was crazy. That got people talking. I'm surprised Mansfield ain't talking about that. I'm really surprised on that one.
I don't think they really rock with him like that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm
with you on that. I think so too, man. I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think they. I think the Tate hype has died off, which is good for Tate. Like, I think that he should handle his business, do what you got to do, and then if you want to come back, you can come back. But like, you're not gonna have. I think his time is done, which is good, because he can be. We can move on. You know what I mean? Like, I just like I mean I like Tate, but I don't like this new Tate. I don't like this new want to be good guy. knee bent Tate. I don't like. I understand it. I don't want to. Yeah. I get it. I get it, because he went through a lot. But to act like you never did the things that you did and never said the things that you said, it's like, all right, bro. All right. Like, your whole thing was you leaned into being a misogynist. You know what I'm saying? Like, he leaned into being a misogynist, but now it's like, no, I was never a misogynist. I love women. I respect women. It's like, all right. Okay.
Yeah, as I said, man, it's interesting, man. Like I said, there's a lot of feuds going on, man. We got Andrew Tate, Jordan B. Peterson. We got PBD and Anthony Weiner. We got so many. There's so much stuff. I think the next couple of weeks for the manosphere is going to be interesting, because they can't keep, like, there's too many stories that's going to be coming out, especially the Nick Fuentes. I'm surprised nobody heard about it yet, but it's going to come out, because like, to get banned out of Rumble, that's a big deal. Like, that's a big deal. That is like, even Nate be living on Rumble. Nate is Nate. Shout out to Nate.
Yeah, but Nate, and shout out to him, but he's come out and said that Rumble done took down a stream of his because it was just too much.
Oh damn.
So, you know. So
sorry. Oh man, I did not
that
know
one
that.
he got that one.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wowzers, man. Wowzers, man.
But
Hey,
I think people need to either lean into the whole because the whole free speech thing. It's like we know from Nick Fuentes, because he's not the only person that talks that talk. We know that when you talk that talk, you're on a one way ticket, high rail speed to the fuck out of here. They gonna get you out of here quick. And there's no what about free speech? No, fuck free speech, nigga. Get up out of here. You could talk about rainbows before you could talk about that.
that's a fact, man. That is a
You
fact.
know, so it's
Man,
and it is what it is. You can either take that on or you can just go with the flow.
man, I saw the community on Twitter saying that Yamaka lives matter. I was flabbergasted. I was
Yamaka
flabbergasted.
lives matter.
Yeah,
What?
Yamaka, aka Small Hat Lives Matter. Yes, I was starting to see that after this Nick Fuentes thing, man. Like, people were one side was mad that he got kicked off a Rumble,
Ooh,
and then the other side was like, yeah, I can see why. That's that both of them were going at. Yeah, the community was saying Yamaka Lives Matter, man.
that's crazy.
Yeah, check out what her conservative, man. If her conservative know what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Like,
Yeah, man. Dreidel lives matter, man.
yeah, man. And like I said, this has been a crazy week because, like, I even forgot Drake is Sexy Red, man. Not the Sexy Red from YouTube. Shout out to her, but the other Sexy Red. Drake and Sexy Red, like, man.
What they doing?
I I think somebody had put up a picture of them, like hugged up. Like, my man Drake's Drake.
Oh God.
Oh, I saw. I was like, no, Riley, man, you're gonna have a few subjects to talk about the next couple weeks off of
Jesus.
social media alone. Because Sukahana, yeah, that came and passed. We still got Carly Russell, that's still going on, but Sexy Red and Drake.
Yo, Suki Hana got a new video where she's twerking with a baby like strapped to her chest.
Oh
A
man.
little with a little black boy sitting on her chest while
Oh man.
hoses around shaking ass. She was shaking that like, bruh. She ain't finished, man. She ain't
Nah,
finished.
she's trying to go after. I think her and Sexy Red is trying to go after Ratchet of the Year because it's like a three-way dance. It's you throw Ice Spice on there. You can throw Ice Spice on there, but Ice Spice is not really ratchet like that. But the leaders is Suki Hana and Sexy Red for 2023. The ratchetest dagger of the year. The trophy is still on the line. I'm going with Sexy Red. I got Sexy Red going to take the ratchet crown over to Sukiana. Who you
Yeah,
got?
I think she's gonna. I mean, she went to the school. She went to the school, brother. She went to the school. So
So
yeah,
yeah,
she she
exactly.
she she going for gold, man. She going for gold.
Oh man, I can't wait for tomorrow, man. Bernard Riley, conservative. Hopefully, we gonna get a good stuff. We gonna get something good to talk about this weekend. I think is gonna be a very interesting weekend. A lot of people gonna drop content, man. This is gonna be a big weekend, man.
Yeah, Hood finna hurt niggas tomorrow, bro.
Oh yeah, oh
Hood
yeah.
is about to the whole. I'm trying to hurt niggas. Like I think real like Hood actually does that, bro.
Oh yeah.
I think MOT. I think MOT is entertaining. I think he's killing it with the one-liners.
Mhm.
I think he's doing his thing, but I don't think he's actually hurting anybody.
Oh no.
I don't think he's hurting anybody because he hasn't he's got to up his
Yes, no.
creativity with with his message.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And Hood is just good at you talk about hoes mad, bruh. Like
Community man. Community
community mad, man. Yeah,
Like,
community, man.
and he'll do it, and he'll just fall in the background, and there'll be a whole, panna with the double H, and
Yeah,
he'll
and then
just fall back.
We got True going live tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, shout out to that,
Um,
man. Y'all check it out. Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock. My man A Truism will be on, man. So it's gonna be interesting, man. A Truism, you got a bevy load of content this week, man. You got a bevy load. I'm gonna sit back with my popcorn and my liquor and enjoy it.
we'll do. Yeah, man, we'll do.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Hey, but I'm about to
And
end
I
this stream. My bad. Go ahead. You go say something real quick. My bad.
No, you good. We was on the same wave, bro. Same
Oh
wave.
yeah,
I got a
yeah,
dip. I got a dip, man.
yeah,
Great
man.
stream, bro. Great stream.
Oh yeah,
I'm finna go lay
definitely.
it down, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. I gotta go with my Fred Durst and get some nookie. So you know what I mean.
They,
So
they,
like,
yeah,
you
hey, let's go. Let's go. The
know what
Nookie
I'm saying?
Sphere. Shout out to the Nookie Sphere,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? We gotta do what we gotta do on Friday night. So man, I appreciate everybody who dropped by on the panel. Shout out to LA Thorn, Bronze Bird, GW, my man Angry Snowman the second. We even had Free Zone Lou dropping in, man. It's always great to have Free Zone Lou, man. I told you, Free Zone Lou's the rookie of the year. I got him. It's close between him and Keep It 100, but I got Free Zone Lou for rookie of the year, man. I really do. Nobody's had a crazier first year than Free Zone Lou, and I put money on it, man. So I'm gonna end this stream, man.
Appreciate it, bro. I'm out, man. Peace,
All right,
everybody.
man. Peace, man. And yo, shout out to the Cuck Jim Cornet. He says, thank you, fuck you, and bye. Peace out, man.